It's HART Sapphire Series 2021, Round 5, coming to you live from a sold-out Tallabudgera Rec Centre. 3 games today. My name is Dave Mills. I'm joined in commentary by none other than head netball coach from the South Coast Schools, Kim Callcott. Kim, we've got a crackerjack match, the Courier Mail match of the round. It's the Bond University Bull Sharks. They're 1 and 3, 6th place, taking on the Wildcats, 1 and 2 in 5th. This should be a crackerjack match, Kim.
It's going to be a very close match. I think the positions on the ladder are up for grabs at the moment. So depending on who wins, they could take a bit of an extra edge over their opposition.
Well, Bond University Bull Sharks had their first win of the season last week. They took on the Rays. They took care of business 55-25. The Wildcats came up against the red-hot, raging Cougars, and they went down 59-34. They have been playing well this season, the Wildcats, so this should be a very interesting match. Two evenly placed sides. Head-to-head, it's 3-1 in favour of the Wildcats. The last time these two teams met was way back in round 8. Which was October 25th last year, and the Wildcats took that one by 3, 49-46, in a very entertaining game. We've been handed the team list. There they are. We'll start with the Bull Sharks. It's Elsa Sandholt, she's the shooter. Tiani Fennell, the goal attack. Riley Burns, the wing attack. Ava Black is the centre. Maddie Ridley, the WD. That's a slight change from last week. Shanae Grant is the goal defence and captain. Ashley Irvin is the goalkeeper. She won the hidden gem for round 4. That leaves a bench of Mackenzie Jordan, Courtney Murphy and Emily Gilbert. Coached by Linda Peterson. The assistant coach is Beck Fullman. The manager is Deb Cairns. There are the Wildcats. Brianna Gregory is the shooter. Josephine Bingham, the goal attack. Jessica Donnelly with the arm guard is the wing attack. Courtney Baird, the centre. Brittany Mould, the captain and wing defence. Hayley Geyer and Hayley Mulheron make up the defensive end. Leaves a bench of Ali War, Madison Fallon and Amaris Toya. Coached by Megan Lynch. Assistant coach Corinne Robinson. And Maren McCulloch is the manager. The umpires for this one, Nicola Stevens, Di Fawcett, and the reserve umpire is Carly Farthing. Where's it going to be won and lost?
I think it's going to be won pretty much in the middle of the court. If both mid-courts can keep their players out of the game, essentially, and feed it into their goalers.
Okay, we're pretty close to a start, and before we get underway, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this great game is taking place and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people watching today. So what's your prediction?
I'm going for the Bull Sharks.
That's because you live on the coast. You're going for the Bull Sharks. They're looking for 2 in a row. I'm going Wildcats. They've been pretty impressive this season. I'm going to go Wildcats by a fair bit, actually, 27. There's Riley Burns in the centre. Looks like it might be her first centre pass. And we're just waiting for the umpires and the ball.
And that's been a quick change from the original list because we had Ava.
We did. We had Ava Black in there, so there's been a bit of a late change. And
there we go with the first centre pass. Nice.
It looks like Ridley's at wing defence, and that means they must have a different WA.
And the Wildcats have already made that transition with a nice quick intercept.
They do indeed. So the ball back with the Wildcats now. They're looking for transition here. Long ball into the pocket. They find Bingham. They can't.
The defenders were just caught out there, so they weren't in position ready for that quick feed into the circle.
So the captain gives away the penalty, and the first goal belongs to Josephine Bingham. And it is a Wildcats centre pass. Just having a little technical issue there, but we're good to go now. We've got bibs everywhere.
One of the things, the bibs always seem to come off when you least want them to.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of the bib. If you've listened to my commentary, I smash them. So Gregory's got the ball now. This will be a chance for her first shot, and she gets it. So it's 2-0 early to the Wildcats.
That was a nice quick feed so that they could quickly turn that ball around.
So a hand in there again. Bingham comes down to help out. So the wing attack for the Bull Sharks. I'm sorry, I'm not sure who that is. It might be Murphy. In fact, it would be Murphy. She seems to have replaced Ava Black, who was supposed to be the centre.
It was good to see the Bull Sharks just brought that right down the middle channel to feed that into their goal circle with a successful goal conversion.
So Fennell gets her first, and that's the first for the Bull Sharks. It's 2-1. And the ball back with the Wildcats. Oh, Ridley gets a hand in there, but she's no call from the umpire. Excellent. Long ball. Kept into play well.
And here we go now. So let's see if we can get the defence.
So Gregory draws the obstruction call on Grant. And Gregory gets another one. Good start to the Wildcats, Kim.
It's a nice, strong start. So let's see if the Bull Sharks can rein it back in. There's only a couple of centre passes in it. So let's see if they can get it back.
So Burns to Murphy, and this late inclusion into the side fires it up.
The Sharks are now just trying to set up.
Fennell has to go all the way back to the mid-third. Back to Fennell now. Can't find a tall shooter at the moment.
Wildcats defence are really playing a tight one-on-one with all the Bull Shark players, so they're finding it hard to get it into that circle.
So eventually it falls to Fennell. Sandholt yet to take a shot. Fennell keeps him in it. That's 3-2 in favour of the Wildcats. So, and we're away again. The ball
looks like
cross
the
court.
Sharks have also just changed up their defence a little bit, and so really forcing the Wildcats to look for their options.
They forced them wide towards the sideline. Good tactic there, Kim.
I think it is. The more you sort of restrict their options, the harder it is to get a goal, although they did just convert.
The impressive Bingham gets another one. All shooters except for Sandholt have scored, and no misses as yet. So the ball with the Bull Sharks in their pocket. They find Sandholt this time. And
There
she
we
gets
go.
her first.
And yet again, it was great to see the Sharks. They still held that middle corridor, went out to the side and back into the middle.
So 4-3. We've played just on 3.5. And intercept here by Burns.
Great vision there to time that intercept, so it's fantastic by Burns.
And of course, Irving with it there. She was the hidden gem player of the round 4. Very impressive last week in their 30-goal win against the Mendy Rays.
Yeah, the Sharks going down that middle channel again. If I was the Wildcats, that's what I'll be trying to restrict and keep them to the sides.
So handling error there from Sandholt with a bit of help there from Mulherron. Gives the ball back to the Wildcats. And they're in transition. There's that defence you're talking about. It's almost like forming a wall across the transverse line.
Bit like a box defence.
Bit too easy there for Gregory. She just popped on that goal line. And then the obstruction call on Irvin. All too easy for the Wildcats at the moment. 5-3. Long ball here. Burns will do well to keep that in. She can't. Of course, the Wildcats are in the red and blue, going from left to right on your screen. The Bull Sharks are yellow and blue, and they're going right to left. And the ball back with the Wildcats in transition.
Looks as though that the Bull Sharks are doing a bit more of a space defence because they're not quite one-on-one with the Wildcats at the moment and giving the Wildcats space to drive into free space to get that next pass.
So the double team on Gregory forces a turnover now through Ridley, and she is very impressive as she goes down the court. Bull Sharks settling now. Murphy with it finds Fennell, steadies and scores.
Does a nice long-range goal.
Indeed it was. 5-4.
The Sharks are definitely still in it with only one goal difference, so it'll be good to see if they can get an intercept or...
Gregory out of the circle, poor pass, and it falls back with the Bull Sharks. Of course, this is a Bull Sharks home game, and they tell me it's a sellout down there. So, good effort there from Mulherron, keeps it out of the shooter's hands. Throw into the Bull Sharks. Beautifully done by Fennell, just popped around the goal line. Oh, and misses the shot, unfortunately. But
she's got a chance to redeem herself because it's still the Sharks' possession. So let's see what they can do with it.
that was a nice move by Tiani Fennell. Sandholt with it. She scores. Her second, fifth for the Bull Sharks. We're all tied at 5 and we've played 6.
It's already getting tight. It's already getting stressful.
If you're stressing in the first quarter, you got a long match, and we've got another one to do after this. There's a home alone pass to Sandholt, and she scores easily. And it's now 6-5 in favour of the Bull Sharks.
So,
and we've got just under 9 to play. We've got the traditional break, and that's the old coach killer, Kim.
coach killer, which she would now be going, okay, I have to get this ball back. I should not have done that.
Indeed. I don't understand the break. You wait for the whistle, then you move. So it's a simple game. We step in there. Fennell probably shouldn't have. She stepped in on Mulherron. Thankfully, she gets some obstruction call.
Lucky call there. But however, she needs to convert those.
So
Oh, there we go. Another goal to the Sharks.
Fennell misses, but Sandholt gets it back. And we are away with the Bull Sharks, starting to get a bit of a roll on there. 6-5 up. And another one to Sandholt.
So now they've got 2-goal lead, so it'll be interesting to see if the Wildcats can bring this back in.
Sorry, 8-5. It's a 3-goal lead. Yeah, sorry, we missed one there. But 8-5 at present. Turnover here. Unfortunate timing on that one.
It was. Sharks are probably just ruining that error.
Indeed, they were on a real run. It was 5-3, so they're on a 5-0 run.
Oh, I found the gap there, the Wildcats, which is great for them, and a goal.
So Bingham gets a Mizuno momentum shift right there.
Back
And
with the Sharks.
8-6 in a very entertaining first quarter. As you can see, there's quite a crowd there. The whole front row packed in with little kiddies.
I'd say being a Sharks home game, a lot of the locals are down there to support them.
So Murphy with the feed, kicks it back to Sandholt, kicks it back to her, can't connect. Yeah, you're right. It's exciting to see. We like sold-out venues. And back with the Wildcats, struggling to get it through. Mulherron has to touch it again. This is her third touch on the play. Eventually they find Bingham in the far corner.
Sharks are really keeping up with that pressure, which is forcing the Wildcats to swing the ball.
Sleight of hand there from Baird. Beautiful feed into Gregory. Bends the knees and shoots and scores. And it is 8-7.
It's back with the Wildcats possession. Their centre pass. Oh, beautiful intercept. Tried to get it into the goal shooter nice and quick.
Was that my girl Irvin?
Yes, it was.
She was impressive last week.
Oh, that was a beautiful intercept. She read the play and just went for it. Perfect timing.
I stood beside her last week. She is one tall young lass. So Irvin gets them going in transition. Fennell finds the shooter. No, we've got a call back to Fennell. Again, same play. Finds the shooter in Sandholt. And she scores. So Sandholt, a little bit slow, didn't take many of the first few shots, and now she's 6 straight, so away we go.
The Sharks definitely have the momentum again, so hopefully they can convert this centre pass as well and take a little bit of a extra lead into the match.
It's 9-7 in favour of the Bull Sharks. Oh, a bit of a falcon there by Sandholt, but she keeps it in. So cop that one on the noggin. And Mulherron gets Fennell as she drives the goal line.
Oh, the Falcons, they're usually
They're humorous. So the shot there to Fennell. It's hard not to laugh at one. So the Bull Sharks doing it all. 10-7. We've got 5.5 to play in the first quarter of 3 games we're broadcasting today, and we've got some crackerjacks coming up. So ball back with the Wildcats. Looks like Baird will get us going again. No, it's inside. We've got a penalty pass.
And then we have a beautiful mid-range shot. So
Josephine Bingham. She's been banging them in all season.
Brings them up another goal closer. There we go.
Sandholt can't pull it in. A little bit loose on the hands. But we've got an obstruction call here.
So let's see if the Wildcats can move this ball down nice and confidently to get another goal.
So Dyer with it now. Has to go back to Mulherron. And eventually it falls to Baird, who cops one for her troubles. Now they're in the corner.
The Wildcats are liking that pocket down on that far side of the court, so it'll be interesting to see if the Sharks can adjust for that.
You're right. Donnelly keeps dropping into the corner. And a goal there to Gregory. They're working hard here, the Wildcats. They get it back to 9. This will tie it up. It's 10-9 in favour of the Bull Sharks at the moment.
Oh, there we go. Nice, easy feed.
Gregory, steady as she goes with that exaggerated style. If you want to see how to bend knees, watch Gregory. She does it well. And we're all tied up at 10s. Very exciting, Kim.
I think it's going to be a seesaw game, Dave. I really do. Seesaw game.
Seesaw, Marjorie Dore. So I won't sing that. You don't want the viewers turning off. Speaking of viewerships, 17,000 viewers for the Courier Mail match of the round last week. Impressive
Fantastic
numbers. Thank you to all those who are watching. 17,000 is an amazing number, and we hope to keep growing the viewership.
Absolutely. Another goal there to the Sharks.
And you came on board last week, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Must be you.
And I think they might have about 17,000 voices there at Talabudra. So
it's a sellout.
It's a sellout.
So, and that was a Mizuno momentum shift by the Bull Sharks. So back with the Wildcats now. They're down by 1, 3:14 to play in the first quarter. So the Wildcats working hard, very patient here. Don't forget, every quarter, 2 points up for grabs, 2 competition points. So winning each quarter is important.
Those bonus points.
Gregory scores again.
Bonus points are definitely something that I know if I had them when I was coaching, they would have been great.
We don't have them in the men's. We're traditionalists in the men's game. So. And the ball with the Bull Sharks. Call there on, looks like on Mould. Now our insiders know it was on Mulherron.
Shooter pass.
Ooh, it rings round.
There we go. So now that takes it to 12-10. Bull Sharks way.
Sandholt gets another goal.
12-11, my apologies.
So Sandholt yet to miss a shot. So she is shooting particularly well. Neither has Gregory missed a shot. Wildcats with it. They go long. There's Gregory. A long ball in. She gets contacted by Irvin. And the goal counts. It's 12s, and we've played 12. So this is turning out to be a very good first quarter. Sorry, we played 13. 2 to go.
It'll be interesting to see what the coaches say to both teams at quarter time to try and break this stronghold at the moment that both teams have.
Well, you'd have to think both coaches are pretty happy. Like, they're scoring quite well. Hasn't been a lot of turnover ball, which is a pleasing factor.
No, once they settle down those first few minutes, I think both teams have now got into their rhythm and playing their style of game.
Gregory misses that one. Irvin pulls it in. Gregory takes it off her. So that's the first miss for Gregory. Still with the Wildcats now.
That was a great chase by Gregory, though, so it's great to see goalers always wanting back their ball if they miss it.
And they're back with Bingham. She has it. Will she pass off? No, she shoots, and why wouldn't you? She yet to miss a shot as well. It's been a very high standard shooting game thus far. There's the long ball into the pocket.
That was dangerous. However, the Wildcats didn't capitalise on that. Could have been an intercept.
So there's been a change for the Bull Sharks. It looks like Black's come on at centre. Burns to wing attack. That's Black just feeding the ball there to Sandholt. And I'm assuming Ridley's gone to wing defence, but we can't see yet.
The Sharks back up by 1 with about 30 seconds to go.
So 30 seconds to go. Ridley is at wing defence for the Bull Sharks. So a nice slick move there by Linda Peterson, the coach. And the ball with the Wildcats looking to tie it up. No, there's been a turnover, possibly an offside.
So another coach killer.
14 to 13. Oh, Ava Black.
That was a great tip.
Body on the line. Sandholt misses, gets her own board, and
gets the goal.
Gets the goal back in. And that should be enough to win the quarter for the Bull Sharks. They lead it by 2, 15 to 13. Another long ball here from Fennell to Sandholt. She shoots. She scores.
Yes, what a shot.
And the umpire says it counts. There's high fives and big tens everywhere. And the first quarter comes to a rapid conclusion. Lots of high-fiving there. It's a 16 to 13 first quarter to the Bull Sharks. Wildcats with it all to do in the second quarter. Will they do it, Kim? We'll find out when we come back after these messages.
Yes, we will.
Welcome back. It's round 5 in the HART Sapphire series for 2021, and this is the first game of 3 we are broadcasting today. It's Bond University Bull Sharks taking on the Wildcats from the Tallabudgera Rec Centre, a sold-out Tallabudgera Rec Centre. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by Kim Calcott. Kim, that was a very entertaining first quarter.
It was entertaining, and it was actually intense. Far more intense than I thought it could be, with all the defence strategies by both teams.
Indeed, there's been a bit of zone defending, a bit of tight one-on-one being shown by both sides. Got some shooting stats for you, Kim.
Go ahead.
Let's go. We'll start with the Wildcats, the visitors. They have scored 13 goals.
Yes.
And, sorry, I got that the wrong way around. So they've scored 13, so they're 9 for 9, and that's for the shooter and Gregory, and 4 out of 6 for the goal attack. At the other end, it is Bull Sharks, and they are 16 out of 17. An impressive effort by their shooter. She's 11 out of 12, and the goal attack all 5 from 5. So that's a pretty impressive effort by both sides. Very high percentage in the shooting, and it is all to do for the Wildcats. What would you be saying if you're the coach? Kim, you're a coach?
Well, I think if I was a Bull Sharks coach, it's really shutting off the Wildcats going into the pocket for Donnelly, and really keeping her off the circle. And if it was Wildcats, it would be restricting the Sharks from going down the middle corridor, because when they get into that middle corridor, they're able to find their options and then feed it into the circle. And I think also for both ends, the defence to really block out those goalers to not get their own rebounds when they do occasionally miss.
So, yeah, hasn't been a lot of misses, that is for sure. So, it's with the Wildcats to get us underway in the second quarter. So, Wildcats with it now.
And the Sharks still with that defensive pressure and really forcing the Wildcats to pass the ball around quite a lot before it gets even to the goal third.
So, Wildcats through Baird. She's got it. She finds Gregory.
They're struggling to find space, but here they go.
So, I actually got the shooting stats slightly wrong. They've got the goal attacks mixed up. The goal attack for the Wildcats hasn't missed. It's Fennell who has hit 4 out of 6.
There we go, the Sharks' pressure is caused.
So Bingham, can't get it to Gregory on this occasion. And Irvin will get us underway again.
Good turnover there.
So it looks like Emily Gilbert's come on at wing defence for the Bull Sharks. She has, and looks like Ridley's gone to GD. So Linda Peterson ringing the changes, and that means Shanae Grant to the bench.
And here we go, the Sharks, nice flow down the court.
Ava Black, she's a Ferrari, and she gets it eventually across to Burns into Fennell. Fennell for the first shot of the second quarter.
Another mid-range goal there by Fennell. She's been shooting quite well from that range, so I think that's her spot. So it'd be great to see the goal defence to try and shut her out from there.
Indeed. Well, with Fennell now, she's got the hand on the ball, doesn't get the call, but misses a shot. It falls the way of the Wildcats in transition.
So it'll be good to, so it's great that the goal defence just really kept that pressure on. So keeping her further out and really forcing her to either take the shot or find a pass to the shooter.
That was Mulherron you were speaking of. It's now with the Wildcats through Baird. So she fires it all the way back to the mid-third. And Mole gets it going again through Donnelly onto the aforementioned goal attack in Bingham.
Nice pass there.
And Gregory scores. That's her first of the quarter. She's 10 from 10 for the match. And
centre pass back with the Wildcats.
It is indeed. The Wildcats Baird chases it down. And just outside the circle, looks in, finds Bingham. Doesn't shoot on this occasion. Oh, classic triangle offense there.
Yes, just saw that. And it was, and they're still there. They're not sort of moving around. They're like, no, we're staying right here.
So call on Ridley leads to an easy pass into Gregory. She shoots and scores. She's impressive. So that's Gregory there, just cleaning the shoes.
Ah, the classic goal shooter.
It's 17 to 15.
Oh, there's a nice.
Anyone could have got that, and we've got an obstruction call right on the other side, which is a shame because half the team intercepted it.
It was beautiful vision, though. It was good to see that they were all watching the play, but still knowing where their players were.
So, call back to Ava Black. Got her for the push, I believe, judging by what Baird's saying.
There's Fennell now going for another shot in that mid-range spot. And another goal.
The lefty from the coast gets another one, and the Bull Sharks answering every challenge the Wildcats throw at them. It's 18-15.
Oh, the Wildcats. That was a bit of a Hail Mary pass, but they got it, which is great.
Wildcats with it now. And there's another goal.
So now the difference is back to 2 goals.
18-16. That was Josephine Bingham. So
The Sharks still have possession, now just trying to find their way down the court.
and a long pass over Black. Oh, nice drive there by Fennell. Rotated beautifully around the circle. She shoots long and scores. So Fennell gets her 3rd for the quarter. Sandholt yet to score this
Yes,
quarter.
Fennell's on a bit of a run. I think whatever was said to her at quarter time, she's definitely gone, right, this is my quarter.
I'd say it was the Powerades, of course, Powerade being one of our sponsors, or the Mount Franklin.
Yes.
So she got a couple of them into her and now playing accordingly. Gregory wants it, turns her body incorrectly. Irvin nearly pickpocketed that one. And Gregory shoots and scores. So that's the 4th goal for the Wildcats this quarter. Gregory's got 3 of them. And a loose pass here gets run down by Ava Black, but she gets a contact call. Bit of a ding-dong battle between Baird and Black at the moment.
Absolutely. Have noticed that in this quarter with the contacts and obstructions have just increased slightly. So they're getting a bit more physical.
It's all to play for. Whichever team wins this gets that little bit closer to the top 4. So
right.
Wildcats sitting on 29 points at the moment, and Bull Sharks on 22. Well, actually 24 because they won the first quarter, so they're creeping up. So if the Bull Sharks were to win, the worst that could happen to them was would they get to 5th place on the ladder. So Wildcats with it now.
It's a nice long pass into the goal third. Now they're stuck, so they've gone back to their defense.
And Baird finds Gregory, has to go the long way around. Donnelly on the top of the circle with the busted hand. She ran into a wall up at one of the venues we were playing at, broke her scaphoid, and has to wear a special restraint and support to play. So Bingham gets another one.
Nothing stops a netballer getting on court.
Apparently they're tough. Not if you ask Ricky Stewart, but we won't talk about that. Nice segue though, wasn't it?
It was a very nice
I know,
segue.
right?
Very nice segue.
Ricky's in town. He's just over at Suncorp. We can have a chat. So long ball here.
Oh, Fennell.
Fennell.
What a goal.
Indeed. It's her quarter at the moment. So she's got 4 of the 5 for the Bull Sharks this quarter. We've played nearly 7 of this second quarter. So don't forget, we're back at 7 o'clock tonight for another match, and it should be a belter. It will be the game between the Jets and QUT. That will be that's 2nd versus 3rd. That will be a great game.
And
So,
back here at Talabudra as well. So
and a sold out Talabudra. So indeed.
here we go. So back to 2 goals, but the ball is now with the Sharks, and Fennell's demanding the ball. And here she goes, another mid-range. And she lands it.
Nothing but net for Fennell. And she is just tearing it up at the moment. She scored 5 of the 6. Bull Sharks still by 2. They're losing the quarter by 1. And the ball is definitely back with, looks like Gregory.
Going for a long shot, so...
I think she'll pass. So there is Fennell, as we spoke about.
Oh,
Josephine Bingham saying, Fennell, whatever you can do, I can do also. And she scores another goal. Oh, hits the post. And
overcooked that pass.
indeed.
Here
So the
we go.
Wildcats here get a chance to tie the quarter up at least.
Let's see if they can convert.
22-20.
Great positioning there by Donnelly in the
Yeah,
middle
beautiful.
channel.
Donnelly again still in that middle channel. They find Gregory, but Irvin knocks it out of her hands. They take the throw-in option.
Extra little bit of height always helps.
You can't coach height
No.
or speed. And this young coast side's got both. Bingham, beautifully done, gets it back. She'll shoot now. and draws the obstruction foul. So
opportunity now for the Wildcats with their centre pass to draw this match once again.
22-21. They lead the quarter, but they've turned it over, and it's back through Irvin, through to Ridley. They're forming a great combination in the back court. Gilbert can't hold that one, but it's been knocked out of her hands, still with the Bull Sharks.
Wildcats are definitely keeping up that pressure as well to say, well, we want that ball back. It was ours originally.
Great drive there by Gilbert, Emily Gilbert. Not seeing as much court time this year as she did last. But Fennell kicks it over
to Burns.
Can't get it in there, has to fire it all the way to Black. Needs someone at the top of the circle. Burns is there now.
Fennell finds herself outside the circle.
Oh, the pass was on, just can't be pulled in. One more step there to Fennell, she gets it, doesn't she, Kim?
It would have been a great baseline drive.
So 22-21, and we're taking the ball back for a throw-in to Mulherron. So Wildcats in transition. Kim, we've got a one-point thriller.
This is on the edge of your seat netball, which is exactly what we like to see.
We do like on the edge of your seat netball. So
here we go. Let's see if the Wildcats can bring this ball back up and tie this game up.
So it's interesting, the bench has been used by Linda Peterson from the Bull Sharks, not so much for the Wildcats. They've got two debutants making their Sapphire debut up from Ruby. That's Ali War and Amaris Toya. And we'll see if they get out there as the ball falls to Gregory. And she scores again. Brianna Gregory. She's been getting more and more impressive each week.
So we've got the Wildcats who are now up in this quarter, 9-6 for the quarter.
A 9-6 quarter to the Wildcats means we're all tied up at 22s. Oh, someone forgot to mark her. Aha, they're taking it back though.
Goalers being home alone are beautiful to see.
Indeed they are, as that goes to Sandholt. Her volume is down on this quarter. It's been mainly Fennell doing the scoring. It looks like there's a timeout called, timeout to the Bull Sharks. So they're losing the quarter by 2, and it is 23-22 in favour of the Bull Sharks. I don't think we'll be able to listen in to Linda on this occasion, but there she is. She's emphasising some points. Put your coach's hat on. Kim, what are you saying to your Bull Sharks?
To settle it down, I think they've just started to rush the ball a bit and not really look at the options that are available and just looking at the better option for a pass. And then also getting around the Wildcats and just drawing out those defenders, drawing out the midcourt to get that ball nice and cleanly.
So don't forget, 2 games at 7. We're broadcasting to 2 different channels on Facebook. It is the Rays back home in Townsville taking on the Tigers. And then, of course, we've got a pretty good match ourselves. Kim, Jets and QUT Netball. Not forgetting tomorrow, Cougars taking on the Thunder, which should be a great game.
All good games at the moment with our competition, which is great.
There's no bad games.
No.
We've got 4 really good teams, and we've got 4 teams on the improve every week, which is really, really good to see. So
definitely, and I think on any day, anyone can take the game.
Indeed.
And it's been great to be on the edge, and all the coaches know that, all the teams know that they cannot literally drop the ball, otherwise the other team will capitalise.
So tickets still available for those games. You just get onto the Sapphire Series website, and that's how you get your tickets. Any games at the Nissan Arena is a card-only venue, so don't bring a bucket of money to that one. Oh, an immediate turnover here. I think it's one of those coach killers again.
Yes, we don't speak about those coach killers because it actually does kill the coach. But we've got the Wildcats down by 1 and the ball is in the Sharks' hand. It'll be interesting to see how the Sharks come out of the timeout, whether or not they've come back with a bit of vengeance to get back to taking the lead.
Well, they're down by 2 for the quarter. And there's Mackenzie Jordan's come on at GS. So the change has been made. Sandholt not scoring as many in that quarter. If my stats are correct, she only got 2. So most of the work's been done by Fennell. So obviously a change there, and Jordan comes in and scores immediately. Mackenzie Jordan.
And it's good to have that option, and they've got a lot of depth, the Sharks, so it's good that they can, bring on some new players who can just continue on with what they were needing to do, and it's great to see.
Another one of these young players from the Sharks. It's a factory down there, something definitely in the ocean water.
Definitely is down there.
They won the 16s and the 18 state titles last year.
And another goal.
Mackenzie Jordan has hit the floor running. That's her second. Margin back to 3, 25-22. So the quarter is even at the moment. And this is exactly what the Bull Sharks wanted. So Coach Peterson will be happy with the timeout, yeah?
Oh, absolutely. And the timing of that was ideal for the Sharks, not so much for the Wildcats. So now it's interesting to see whether or not the Wildcats will change their play a little bit to try and get the score back to even.
So the ball's still with the Wildcats. Bingham goes across, but Irvin read it like the proverbial Dr. Seuss book and fires an intercept. Now they're in quick transition here through Black. Honda Fennell slows it down. Black again with that lightning speed.
Burns is positioning herself well to assist the goalers. Although at that time.
It's got to be replayed. No, it isn't. Grant's back on at GD.
Nice.
Play on, says the umpire. Jordan Mackenzie, Mackenzie Jordan, I do that a lot, finds Fennell on the drive and she scores. So great play there by the Bull Sharks. This timeout has worked a treat. They are now winning the quarter by 1.
We've got Fennell with another opportunity to increase the lead. And goaler-to-goaler pass.
You seem like you're a fan of the goaler-to-goaler pass.
I am as a goaler as well. Yes, definitely.
There we go. Of course, the angelic tones you hear are Kim Colcott from the coast. She's one of the head coaches down in the schools down here on the coast. So it's great to have her with us as Bingham answers with one of her own beautiful goals. It's a shootout at the moment, but that's the Mizuno momentum shift there for the Wildcats. And it's back with the Bull Sharks heading towards their circle. A nice fancy little throw in there from Fennell with Black. Jordan Mackenzie pops to the top and unfortunately can't score it, but chases it down. It's still with the Bull Sharks. That's her first miss from 4. Oh, nice interplay with Fennell. We've got an obstruction call here from Geyer and Mulherron. Caution on Mulherron. She gets a few of them throughout the season.
Yes.
And
listen, just another goal. They're on a bit of a run, the Bull Sharks.
They are. They're opening up a 5-goal lead. Means they're winning the quarter by 2. The timeout, since they've had it, they're 5-1. So, and another turnover here from the Wildcats will disappoint their coach, Megan Lynch. Irvin with it now. Not long to play in this second quarter. Ridley on the drive finds Grant.
The Wildcats seem to have just stepped back in defence and giving the Bull Sharks a lot of room to move, which is causing them, or allowing them, to get those goals.
Black chases it down, and Fennell on the goal line. An obstruction call by Geyer. Should be easy for Fennell. It is. Pinch me, Kim. What are we watching here? We're watching the Bull Sharks pulling away with it, 29-23.
And the star of the show is Fennell. She is absolutely on fire.
We've been saying that a bit in the last couple of weeks. Long ball into Mackenzie Jordan. She scores. That's 30 for the Bull Sharks. And since the timeout, they are on a massive run. It was 23-22. It's now 30-23. So 7-1 run.
And the Wildcats just overcooked that pass.
Another turnover to the Wildcats brings the half to a conclusion. It's 30-23. They win the quarter comprehensively in the end, Kim.
They did, and it was interesting that after the time out by the Bull Sharks, the Wildcats haven't readjusted. So they'll be, I'm sure, something that they'll talk about at halftime.
So with 3.5 to play, the Wildcats were in it. It was an even ball game. It's all been Bull Sharks in the last 3.5 since they had the timeout. Can the Wildcats answer it? We'll find out when we come back after these messages from our sponsors.
Did you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in a game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
Welcome back to our Courier Mail Match of the Round, coming to you live from Talabudgera Rec Centre, a sold-out Talabudgera Rec Centre for this HART Sapphire Series 2021 Round 5 match between Bond University Bull Sharks taking on the Wildcats from Brizzy. They're on the road, the Wildcats, and the Bull Sharks, after an impressive last part of the second quarter, lead the match 30-27. My name's Dave Mills, joined in commentary by none other than Gold Coast coaching legend Kim Colcott. Kim, what do you reckon? How impressive are the Bull Sharks at the moment?
Well, I believe at the start of the match I did predict the Sharks would win. So
Yeah.
But we still have a half to go. As we know in netball, it's
I'm going to cut you off there. We've got to talk about the sponsors. No,
Okay.
how's your work? Keep going.
Definitely with a half to go, anything could happen. It'll be interesting to see if the Wildcats make any changes leading into the third quarter. But the defence end of the Sharks are holding up, as are the goalers, and particularly Fennell, who is absolutely just the star at the moment.
Fennell is the star at present. Got some shooting stats for you. Speaking of the aforementioned Fennell, she hit 5 from 5 for that quarter, as did the goal shooter, the tall ass Sandholt. So they're 5 from... I've done that completely wrong. She's 8 from 9 for that quarter, and Sandholt is 6 from 8. That gives them, as a team, 30 out of 34 going forward. The Wildcats, they're both 5 out of 5, the shooter and the goal attack, giving them 23 out of 25 for the match thus far. So, Wildcats, it was 22 all.
It was 22
Bull
all.
Sharks score a goal, they call a timeout. All of a sudden, it's all Bull Sharks. They're on a, I want to say, 7-1 run.
They are, and the Wildcats just need to regroup. I think they were a bit shell-shocked coming out of that timeout.
There's your sold-out crowd. Those seats there are gone. They're probably just getting a snack.
Probably getting a snack, and with all the Shark fans staying local and just really bringing them home. That 17,000 voice crowd, I'd say.
Don't forget, that's there's only one game on at the moment. We've got 2 at 7. We've got the USQ Jets and QUT Netball, second versus third, in what will be an absolute belter. Both teams have only lost one game, and both to the Cougars. So that game is a bit of bragging rights for that one. So Jets 2 weeks ago, not so impressive against Cougars, came out and did a job on the Thunder last week. And QUT, after only narrowly losing to the Cougars in round 1, have just been minding their own business and plodding along, and they haven't dropped a game since. So that'll be a great game. Simulcast at the same time. We've got the Northern Rays. They're at home to a sold-out Townsville Basketball Stadium, and they're taking on the Tigers up there in Townsville. Of course, we've got Gary Passion in there with Hannah Davies commentating that one. You and I are doing the Jets and QUT side. And of course tomorrow 5 p.m. USC Stadium up on Caloundra, we've got the USC Thunder taking on the Cougars. That's 1v4 in what should be a good match. Bit of worry about the Thunder. They might not be at full strength, but they actually are, and a big in for them is Binion Hunt's back. Chanel Dyer is back, and we thought there was an injury concern on Annie Laurie, but she's back as well. So that game shapes as a belter. Who are you going on that one, Kim?
Oh, I don't know.
Cougars 4-0. It's hard to go past them, isn't it?
Oh, I like to go for the underdog.
So you're going for the Thunder?
I am.
3-1. They're sitting in 4th place on the ladder, mainly on percentage and bonus points and things like that.
After seeing them last week, yes.
So QUT Netball, USQ Jets and USC Thunder are basically all 3-1. It's just 55 points, 51 points, 51 points, and then it comes down to percentage. So it's a tight comp at the top. Cougars just pulling away a little bit. They're on 57 points. Sorry, 67 points. But if the Thunder get the job done tomorrow, that tightens everything up. So it's an exciting competition.
It is. Just looking at the teams as they come out of the halftime break.
You
and
are.
If anything to go by, the Sharks look far more relaxed, and
They've got a home, they've got the sea air.
they do. And
Got the
I
new
just,
uniforms this year. Everything's working for the
I
Sharks.
just think that they could be
They
in
got a
the box
superstar in
seat.
Irvin standing there, player of the
do.
round last week.
I think they're just getting the box seat. They're just not as sort of concerned as by the looks.
I've often wondered, what is a box seat? I've never known.
Box seat,
Yeah, what is it? Where's it come from? Why do we say box seat? Isn't that something to do with the carriage?
possibly.
I got no idea. I talk rubbish.
But I think, no, they're looking in the box seat. The Wildcats, although obviously they're going to bring out really tough in the third quarter, just the atmosphere between the two benches. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
So you're talking about body language. Like they seem like
Yeah.
a much happier bench at the moment. They seem happy. There seems to be some sort of delay. The players are on the court. They're now walking off the court. We're a little bit tied up because we're at the hub in Cooperoo from our broadcaster Double Take Sports, and so we're not sure what's happening, but I will take this opportunity to thank HART Sports, our major sponsor. We appreciate them. Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, who you see get flashed up every time there's a momentum swing. Mount Franklin, our beverage provider. Powerade, which I live on, is the sports drink provider. Bondi Vite keeps you healthy. And if you see any strapping tape on any of the players, it's probably a Strap It brand strapping tape. There is definitely a problem here, Kim. Any ideas what it could be?
I think it could be time.
Time?
Yep, it looks like timing because even the umpires were going, oh, okay, and nodding. And so I'm thinking it could be a timing issue or technology.
Well, there's something going on because the Wildcats are going through a four-corner warm-up. Do you like the four corners?
At times.
It's a funny one, isn't it? There's an old thing around coaches. If you're doing four corners, you can't coach. See, I don't know where that misconception came from because I saw the Firebirds doing it one day and I thought, well, that can't be right.
And it wasn't it good for the Firebirds last week?
Oh, they took on the Thunderbirds and destroyed them.
What a great win.
Let's call it. It was a destruction, let's be honest.
It was a great win.
Yeah,
I like to be quite diplomatic. It was a great win.
It was a thrashing.
It was a great win.
How are the Vixens going? You're a big Vixens fan. They're going all right?
I am. Look, they are currently in Sydney, taking on the Swifts tomorrow.
I meant results-wise, how they go.
They're going
I don't know. I don't need to know about their health.
No, they're going well.
No, I thought they were 0-2.
They are.
Oh, right. Okay, no worries.
They are rebuilding.
And the Mighty Firebirds, 1-1. Should have been 2-0, but got pipped in overtime against the Swifts in round 1.
Yes, that was a good game. That was also a very tight game.
Best game of Nettie I've seen in a while, actually. So
it was good to have everyone back at home in this arena. So
there is definitely a delay. We have got no clue what it is. I'm looking at my producer, and she's not sure either. We've now got the Bull Sharks dancing. So
this is one of my favourite warm-ups. Getting the girls.
The umpires are doing it as well. There's still lots of giggling going on in that group, so they are a happy team. So Murphy started. We didn't expect that. And again, we're not sure why Murphy started, but did a good job. We haven't seen her since, but played, 9 minutes of the first quarter?
Here we go.
So we've heard a whistle, so everything's in readiness now. Must have been maybe a scoreboard or a timing issue or something, but an extended halftime break. Maybe they're doing like the Suncorp Super Netball, having a 10-minute break.
Giving the players the opportunity to experience what it would be like when they're up there.
Indeed. So 30-23, the Bull Sharks with Ava Black will get us going for the third quarter, the championship quarter, and away we go.
Championship quarter. That's interesting. Why do they call it that?
Got no idea, but I call it that myself.
Same.
As a coach and a commentator, I call it that. I got no idea why.
Yes.
So,
my poor players hear that every week.
Yeah, I reckon there's a book of cliches and we just all say them the same thing. Do you say processes as well? Got to stick to the processes?
No, absolutely not. That's one thing I don't say.
Well, Jordan stuck to the processes there. Unfortunately, the shot doesn't go in. And the third quarter starts with a miss to the Bull Sharks.
So let's see if the Wildcats, who are currently down by 7, let's see if they can capitalise and start chipping away that deficit to go back to even and then take the lead.
Well, that is the goal, and a loose pass there gets picked off beautifully by the ever-improving Irvin. So we might have to call her Magic, I reckon, after the great Irvin Johnson.
Yes, we do.
So we'll call her Magic from now on.
And there we go.
And still with Ava Black, the Ferrari. And Fennell, my goodness, she's an impressive player.
And she's just popped another one on the board.
Doesn't mind a long shot. And gets that one. So first goal belongs to the Bull Sharks. They had to do it the hard way. They turned it over, had to get it back. But they lead the quarter and the match. It's now 31-23.
Wildcats are struggling to get that ball into the goal circle, and now they've lost possession.
Looks like a obstruction call on Donnelly.
Yep.
Which was unusual where she was, but here's a couple of long passes, bang, bang, and they're in the attacking third. Jordan fires it across. Oh, Bingham nearly pickpocketed. It's hard to say pickpocketed.
It is. So Sharks are playing with a lot of confidence. You can see with the release of their passes that they know that their teammates are there.
Oh, the jump pass. Gretel Bruetta will love that. And the shot as well. This is probably the best game I've seen Mackenzie Jordan play since she's come into the starting line or in the regular into the side. She looks very confident. All about the body language, like you were saying earlier.
Absolutely. And there was a contact there on the wing defence from Wildcats.
That's the skipper in mould. Jordan It's come out a long way. Finds Fennell. They're swapping well in there. Great rotation here. Oh, she misses a shot, unfortunately.
Very, very rare for Fennell to miss. Particularly today, she's been on fire.
8 out of 9 in the second quarter. 4 out of 6 in the first. And, yeah, she has had a big match.
That was a much better transition by the Wildcats.
I tell you what, Fennell, when I first saw her play, I think it might have been round 2 was when I first saw her. She ran herself into the ground. Like, she was knackered after about a quarter and a half. Playing a lot more sensible netball now. Times her runs a lot better. Doesn't chase everything. So, yeah, it's been some great coaching there. It's got her to where she is now. And Bingham shoots long and scores.
First goal for the quarter for the Wildcats.
They needed that.
Let's see
It's
if that
still
starts. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Nick, again.
Starts their run on.
Indeed. Gregory falling out of court, keeps it in, but Irvin looks like she's obstructed. And Gregory will shoot and scores.
Yes. It's 2 in a row there for the Wildcats.
They need that. They need a lot more. 32-25 at the moment. Margin of 7. Well, that's what it was at half-time. Mould gets a hand in there. I think she's going to be called for obstruction. She is. Burns with it.
A bit of confusion there for both bowlers. Both went into the same space.
Well, when you've got 2 GAs, you might get that from time to time. But Mackenzie Jordan, nothing but net. And gets her a second for the quarter. Came on late in the second quarter, hit 4 out of 5 in that second quarter. Now she's 2 from 3 in this.
And now it gives the Wildcats something else to think about. Instead of just looking at Fennell and stopping her, then now I've got Jordan to contend with as well.
It's a really moving circle. Great shot there by Bingham.
Yeah.
It's a moving circle for the Bull Sharks at the moment. There's Jordan again on the lead. She wants the ball, gets it. How's the ball distribution? Ooh, threw it to a double team. That was a tough one for Grant. And unfortunately, they turn it over here, the Bull Sharks. Oh, that could be over a third. I think that was over a third. I'm not sure which lines we're looking at. I think it's the blue lines.
It is the blue lines. I think that could have been a missed call, which does happen.
Indeed, but Ava Black gets a hand on that one. Falls to Gregory. And misses the shot, but there's an obstruction call. So Grant out of play. It's a tall circle now for the Bull Sharks with Irvin and Grant.
And Irvin's reach is phenomenal.
So, 4th time's the charm, they say. And it's not. I lied. So,
just not falling in.
2 missed shots there. A couple of them are on penalties.
From the Sharks.
And the Sharks in transition. So, Brianna Gregory got the yips there a little bit. Doesn't happen often. And I don't know what happened there. Mackenzie thought it came off the Wildcat player, just let it roll out. She could have grabbed it. I guess the old story, you play the whistle and grab the ball whenever you can.
Yep.
So that
contact on Fennell.
Hopefully not a costly turnover for the Bull Sharks. Just a few little errors, a few little bit of scrappiness creeping into this quarter. Margin 7, 33-26.
And in this quarter we're 3-all.
Fennell, good hands, no, obstruction call by the umpire. Nicholas Stevens, Di Fawcett are our umpires for this one. The Courier Mail Match of the Round. Don't forget, if you want to watch the Match of the Round through the Courier Mail live, you have to join their subscription page. As we see the Wildcats turn it over $5 a month or $15 for 3. Great value, and you'll see some of the best netball and articles. So, ball still with Grant and the Bull Sharks. Back we go. She's barely moved. Swing it across. Ridley with it now. And the ball is towards the pocket. And it can't be held in there by the Bull Sharks. A few turnovers creeping in this quarter, Kim.
Yes, it's a lot tighter this quarter, and also a lot slower in regards to the goals being scored by both teams.
You've got the quarter time score there, haven't you?
Yes.
What do you got?
We've got 3.
3 apiece.
3 apiece.
3 apiece. It was 30-23 at half. So the ball back with Bingham. She shoots long and scores. Yes. Josephine Bingham. A long shot. That would have been a 2-point super shot if we were playing that. Do you like the 2-point super shot?
No.
No, you're a traditionalist?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yes. No. Grand finals particularly are very stressful when there are 2-point super shots.
Indeed. It's never really over when you've got a 2-pointer out there. Oh, a loose pass. Oh, crashes into the hoarding, advertising hoarding there. So that was unfortunate. And the ball back with Ridley. Oh, quick pans from Black. Yeah, the game has definitely lost a bit of skill set at the moment. A lot of loose passing being thrown, both sides, and reflecting the score 4-3 this quarter.
It'll be interesting to see if anyone can take
another loose pass. Baird with it now, needs to settle, use that championship experience that she has. Of course, won the championship last year with the Cougars.
And in the championship quarter would be perfect timing.
Set you up for that one. Well done, Kim. As Gregory back on track, missed a couple. She gets that one. She's 2 from 4 for the quarter.
And that takes the Wildcats up this quarter 5-3.
5-3, the Wildcats. They're coming home. Oh!
And Fennell just drives straight into the circle and says, no, I think I might change that.
Great connection shown here. So, and Mackenzie Jordan gets the goal, though. Oh, was that Fennell?
No, that was Fennell.
Fennell, my apologies. Taking one off her.
I have another timeout to the Sharks yet again.
Well, it worked last time, so let's see if it works this time. The score was, what do we say, 30-23 at the half, and it's now a margin of just 6 in favour of the Bull Sharks.
Some changes. It's like we've got
Ridley's going to come on somewhere. Black's coming off at centre. Just seems to be a lot of disconnect on the passing at the moment. Both sides.
Both sides, yep.
But probably a little more noticeable with the Bull Sharks at the moment.
I think that they've just, both sides just have gone into the third quarter going, yep, we can do this. And then the game started and they were still on the bench.
What do you reckon, Supercoach? Do you reckon that long extended halftime break affected them?
I do, actually.
Took away momentum?
It did for both sides. I think they were both ready to go on and then being told, nope, hold on, and not knowing when they were going back on. I think they were both like, oh, okay. And I think they just both need to settle now.
So this game will conclude in about a half hour's time, and then we go live again at 5 minutes to 7. 2 games for you to watch. The USQ Jets taking on the QT netball side from the sold-out Tello Vajra. Hopefully the crowd sticks around for that one. That should be an absolute belter. And then from Townsville, Northern Mendy Rays taking on the Carina Lease Club Tigers. My co-commentator in that one will be Hannah Davies, and Supercoach and a good friend of mine, Gary Passion, will also be commentating that one. And if you ask him a question, he can talk. Gary can talk and talk and talk.
Excellent. So, that's what you want.
Indeed. So Hannah will have an easy job there. So she'll say hello, and that's the game gone. So
it'll be interesting to see what happens now.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon the Bull Sharks will come out firing?
I think with the changes they've made, that's their obviously their aim, and I think they will do it. They'll respond like they did in the second quarter. Looks
like Ridley's gone to centre, Black staying at WA, and Black to WD and Burns at WA.
And Wildcats centre.
Wildcats with it now. They look down. Gregory finds Bingham beautifully.
That was a nice little drive.
Steps back and shoots, hits the front of the ring, but I think the rebound will belong to Gregory. It does.
Great front positioning there by Gregory, and goal.
They say you can't coach height, and that was an example of it there. Brianna Gregory, good positioning. A turnover here, the Bull Sharks. So the momentum back with the Wildcats, Kim.
It is. They've come out now of the break.
The timeout, and they've certainly answered the call well.
They're looking down the court a lot more and finding a better option.
So Mould with it. Baird at centre, looks long, has to go to no one on the far side.
And then lose possession. Coach Killer.
Oh, speaking of Coach Killers, that's an incorrect throw-in. Oh, that hurts. They've done the hard work, got the turnover, the Bull Sharks, and then throw it away. I think that was Black with the incorrect throw-in.
Let's see if Wildcats can capitalise.
Gregory out of the circle, fires it to Donnelly.
In her favourite pocket.
As mentioned, you picked up on that in the first quarter, and she's there again. Ooh, Gregory cops a hard one there from Baird, but gets the goal. Here come the Wildcats, Kim.
They are on a bit of a tear.
Bit of a tear.
7-4 in this quarter.
That must be a Victorian thing. They're on a tear. They're winning it by 3 at the moment. And there's a tear.
Offensive contact.
Irvin draws it. Oh, we've got a tumble there. Someone's gone down hard. Might be Geyer, I think, in the background. We won't see for a minute. The ball back with the Bull Sharks. They've got a contact call. Ridley will take it.
Fennell's looking for a better position.
She wants to give and go, gets it. She'll shoot from that. No, she passes off brilliantly. Great split by Mackenzie Jordan. And she scores the goal. I don't know why I do that. I do it every week.
And another one of my favourite goal-to-goal passes.
Yeah, big fan of the goal. Oh, tell me, was that another break?
Yeah, look, it was another coach killer. I think that should be a stat these days.
Oh, punch me in the face. That's another coach killer. I think it was a break. Ridley tries to get it back, can't.
Well, it isn't a white line, it's a light blue line, so they're probably not used to the light blue.
Making excuses for poor play there, I believe.
No, I'm helping them out.
Helping them out.
Helping them out.
So Gregory with it. Finds Baird, looks in, and there's Josephine Bingham with a nice split on the goal line. Gets the shot. Margin is back to 4, 31-35.
And ball is now still with the Wildcats for their centre pass.
We've got an obstruction call as the ball crashes into the HART sign.
You can sense that the Wildcats are building, and they can sniff the fact that they are close.
Won the third quarter against the Cougars last week in a very impressive defensive display. They got them over the line. And they need it again here. Oh, contact there, I think. Yes, Ridley.
Yes. Height sometimes is a disadvantage.
So Grant gives away an obstruction here on Gregory.
We've got Bingham.
Bingham will take the shot. Steps fancily to the right. Shoots and scores. Josephine Bingham, I thought, what were you doing? Well, she said, I've got this under control, Davo. And, not happy with the call here, Donnelly. It's on Mould. Waving their arms around. The Wildcats sense an opportunity here, Kim.
They can absolutely sense it, and you can just tell the pressure has just gone up another level since that timeout.
I nearly said blood in the water, but that'll be the bull shark, so I'm glad I didn't use that analogy.
And here we go.
Oh, steps in Jordan, can't score it. Saved, and the loose pass falls eventually to Black. So still with the bull sharks.
Bodies everywhere there, so I was thinking there'd be a collision, but luckily they got it cleanly.
Mackenzie Jordan steady. She needs this, misses, but gets an obstruction call, so that won't count. And now we've got 2 obstruction calls. Mulherron now to play as well. So just need to clean it up a little bit, the Wildcats. Put a bit of pressure back on the bull shark shooters.
Wildcats centre, so let's see what they can do with it.
Donnelly goes to the pocket, as you called it, but couldn't get it on this occasion. No. And instead they turn it over. Transition 36-32 at present. We've got just under 2 to play. So, bull shark.
Read the play well, but unfortunately just missed.
That was Donnelly, couldn't quite get it. Oh, does the old 1-2, but she doesn't get it back. She gets the 1, but not the 2.
Both on the same side still, so hopefully a nice swing across.
A nice pass, shooter to shooter, you do love it.
And the Sharks are doing it quite well.
And Fennell, a little bit quiet in this quarter, but she gets a third from 4. Timeout Wildcats, 37-32. They've got the margin, leading the quarter by 2, and there's 1:30 to play in the third quarter. Kim, what do you say to your troops at this stage?
I would actually be making sure that I am all over my player.
All over your player defensively, is that what you're referring to?
Yes, defensively, all over my player. Hands over every pass, not letting them get easy passes, blocking out the space, and just backing up my teammates.
So we'll try and lip read what Linda Peters is saying. Gee, the commentary's been good today. Those guys in the she's praising us, it appears.
Oh, absolutely.
Should be probably focusing on her team. Irvin, impressive again?
She has been, and I think again her positioning has been what's helped the Sharks ensure that the Wildcats haven't been shooting.
She's done a great job on Brianna Gregory from the Wildcats. And what do you reckon Megan Lynch is saying here?
I think Megan's just saying, settle down, we can do this. And all we need to do is treasure every time we have possession instead of just letting it go to no one or to a contested when it's 2-on-1 the Sharks' way. It's 2-on-1 to us, let's do it. It's 2-on-1 to them. Find another option.
So the Bull Sharks led by 7 at half time. It's now 5. They're still in control of the match, but they'd like to win this quarter as well. And just take as many competition points as they can.
And if I was the Wildcats, I would know that it's only 2 centre passes they have to break.
Don't forget, if you want to keep up to date with all the news, you can get news, views and interviews on the sapphireseries.com.au website. It's a great little site. And, of course, when we are going live to Facebook, you can interact with us, send us messages on the HART Sapphire Series Facebook page. And if you're really bored, you can listen to these games back and listen to my dulcet tones when you go to sleep.
And then Jordan's just scored another goal to settle it down for the Bull Sharks.
So the Bull Sharks getting another one. And Mackenzie Jordan, she's been impressive since she's came on. Ridley nearly steals that one, but there is a contact call. Mold's happy with that. Baird had it.
Would have been a beautiful steal if it was another sport.
Indeed. So Baird finds Bingham, just popped out on the goal line. She shoots and scores. So the Wildcats still in control of the quarter. They're down by 5, but they lead the quarter by 2.
Bingham's really stepped up in this quarter as well, which is great to see her movement and really making herself an option.
So Ridley with it, finds Jordan. Jordan in turn finds Burns. Well, Herring gets a hand on it, goes out.
They're sticking tight now to both bowlers, which is great to see from the Wildcats.
It's like they listen to you.
Although now,
But Fennell
just popped out.
Fennell does that and scores another one. So
her range tonight has been impressive. While she has sort of been mid-range mostly, she's also taken her long shots and a couple of the closer ones as well.
So the siren goes for 3/4 time. It's a quarter that'll belong to the Wildcats by 1. So they win it by 1. It's now 39-33. They cut the margin to 6. Kim, Wildcats had a chance probably get a little bit closer, but the Bull Sharks seem to answer the challenge there.
Yes, they did, and they came out of that second timeout. I was thinking that the Wildcats would actually make that ascendancy, but the Bull Sharks actually took it back and were able to get some more goals and just consolidate their current lead.
So 33-39, that's the score. So that quarter was a 9-10. So a 10 to the Wildcats, 9 to the Bull Sharks. Is that what you've got on your maths?
Yes.
If you just talk for another minute or so, I'll just quickly do the shooting stats here.
No, that's right. It was really good to see that the Wildcats were trying to really minimise the attacking options for the Sharks. But the Sharks at the moment have got the bag of tricks, and the Fennell is just presenting, driving along the baseline, and really helping the mid-court feed into either herself or into Jordan. So it'll be interesting to see if the Wildcats can take that option out in this last quarter and see if they can build on their 3/4 win as such for the quarter being 10-9 and take out the 4th.
Alrighty, I did the stats very quickly there. Bull Sharks in that quarter, the shooter, which was Jordan for the entire quarter, 5 from 7, and the Fennell was 4 from 5. She a little bit down on volume and shots there. Overall, they're 39 out of 46 of the Bull Sharks, so that's a pretty good percentage. Getting on up with, I want to say 83-ish in my head. And then, of course, 4 from 6 to Gregory in that one for the Wildcats, and 6 out of 7 for Josephine Bingham, who came into her own in that one. So giving them a total of 33 out of 38 for the match thus far. So the statistics are pretty good, pretty high shooting percentage, but they'd be looking for a little bit more. The Wildcats, they're going to have to almost play a perfect quarter of netball to make up the 6-goal margin, Kim.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, it's only 3 centre passes. So if they can break 3 centre passes or turnover, then they've got an absolutely hot red chance to take this game.
So the big question, would you bring Sandholt back on? Like, she's got the goal shooter bib on, but you never tell in this day and age if she's coming on.
That's correct. These days there's so many bibs around. You could be in multiple positions. No, I think ideally you'd leave Jordan on. Her and Fennell have got a great combination going, and it's really causing some headaches for the Wildcat defence.
So they didn't win that quarter, but they only lost it by 1,
No.
so it's not panic stations for the Bull Sharks.
No.
Wildcats, you're making changes. Obviously, you're leaving Gregory and Bingham. They're doing a pretty good job. You leave them in there?
I'd leave them in there, and I don't think there are many changes Wildcats need. It's just more their execution of their passes and making sure that they're finding the better options.
I'd throw Mulherron to GD, just like she hunts. So let her go hunting, like give her 2/3 to hunting. So, starts with Brittany Mould, gets an intercept straight off the pass from the Bull Sharks. And this is just the start the Wildcats needed. They need to convert this. And there's your friend in the corner, Donnelly. Loves the pocket, finds Gregory, steps back, obstruction call. It's a mess in there, but eventually Gregory gets it. So, I think we're in for a pretty good last quarter.
Oh, we are. And the Wildcats have definitely come out firing. They know what they need to do. And they're now just making sure that they are effectively.
So Ridley contacts Baird. The ball's still with the Wildcats. Can this be two straight? Being caught. Oh, gets through eventually. She was caught behind early. Gregory shoots and scores. Two straight to start the quarter to the Wildcats.
Here we go.
Pinch McKim, it's back to 4, 39-35.
Two centre passes.
Do you reckon we'll see a break? They're doing an overload here. It should go to the left. It does. So the old overload. Kim, do you coach that?
Not as much. Not as much anymore.
Oh, Mulherron swatted it out of Jordan's hands, but she was way too close.
And that's Jordan.
So a settler there to Jordan, and that is just what the Bull Sharks needed. That would be a Mizuno momentum shift, 40-35. We've got 13:40 to play. Margin is 5. Wildcats digging deep. Sorry, keep going.
No, I was going to say the Bull Sharks are going back to a bit of a zone defense and really holding the Wildcats up. And here we go. They've now caused
Turnover.
a turnover.
Maybe an offside. So Irvin with it. Magic, as we've nicknamed her. She's probably too young to know who Irvin Magic Johnson is.
I would say so.
So Fennell can't pull that one in. Wildcats with it.
Good player down, or hopefully she's back up.
They're going to go with she's back up. Oh, Josephine Bingham on the goal line. Drives beautifully and draws the obstruction on the captain. So another goal there to the Wildcats. That time through Bingham. They're 3-1.
It's definitely been, the shooters today have been standout on both sides.
Percentage quite high. And if you look at the overall, it's the Wildcats 3-1. They've only played 4 times, these two teams, and it's 3-1 to them. Bull Sharks, a lovely shot from Mackenzie Jordan. Just what they needed.
And then Donnelly pulls that one in, and now Wildcats are stuck and trying to get it into that goal third. There they go.
Mould with the long pass finds Bingham. Gregory gets contacted by Irvin.
Let's see. Another goal.
Impressive by Gregory. Stepped in and shot all in one motion. So Wildcats, they lead the quarter. 4-2, margin of 4, 41-37. This young offensive end doing well for the Bull Sharks.
And this Fennell.
Needs it and scores. It's a shootout, Kim.
This is what we love to see. Last week was a defensive game, one that I called, and so today it's all about the attack.
Of course, last week you had the Jets and the Thunder, didn't you?
Yes.
Crackerjack match, not a bad first one.
That was an intense match as well.
Bingham answers easily. It's free-flowing netball now. The third quarter wasn't so much. But the fourth quarter has come out, and away we go.
Both teams are definitely in a rhythm. It's now which team... Oh,
replay there. Play on, says the umpire. Maybe it was knocked out. We are literally 85 kilometres away from the action.
We are, although I don't know if you can knock it out and not get called contact.
So the ball misses by Fennell, so they always say the ball knows. So
Wildcats, let's see if they can use this transition.
They need it. The game's starting to tighten up. It's only 4. We've got 11 to play. We were hoping for a closey. We've got it. The Courier Mail match of the round, living up to the hype.
It's great to see Burns there, and she's really defending at the pass as well. What I was saying earlier, making sure the hand's over.
Donnelly fakes it to no one. It comes off Magic last. It'll stick.
It'll stick.
It'll stick.
It'll stick.
It'll stick.
So let's see.
Gilbert's come on at GD for the captain. Grant's gone to the bench. It's Irvin and Gilbert in the circle now for the Bull Sharks. Gilbert, we haven't seen her since sat out most of the second and third quarter. So she'll be fresh.
Nice turn there from Jordan. No, sorry, not Jordan.
Gregory shoots and scores. Pinch me, Kim. We're back to 3. And it's Wildcat Centre. Oh, that looks very close to a break. Oh.
That's okay. It wasn't a coach killer this time. It was close.
I was reaching for the Ventland. So
it was an attempt at a coach killer.
So the ball back with Gregory. Just throws it to the floor.
Nice little pass there.
Bad. Oh, unfortunately, fortunately, Ridley can read it like a book and grabs it.
And very clean as well, so straight up.
The Bull Sharks needed that. Looks like Sandholt warming up in the background. Could be a change coming. Going to go back with some height in the circle. Because both Fennell and Jordan, not the tallest shooters in the world.
No.
Do move well. Which one do you take off?
Oh, I would probably say Jordan.
I'm going to say Fennell. I reckon she'll take Fennell off. Turnover here. Fennell just on that, couldn't pull that one in. I think she might be done a bit. Long ball here. Finds Bingham.
Just inside the line.
Ed fires it across to the pocket where we find Donnelly. Oh, a loose pass. Black got a hand on it.
And the contact there from goal defence.
State 19 player got a hand on it. It falls still with the Wildcats. Gregory steps in and scores another one. 42-40. We're going to see our second draw, Kim Corcott.
Oh, I hope not. Because I think the players themselves don't like draws.
Yeah, I prefer a draw to a loss, so I'm a bit half full sort of guy. I'll take the draw any day. So, ball with Ridley. Can't find the base, but finds Jordan.
And a great fake there.
And Mulherron hits the deck and call for the obstruction. So, Mizuno momentum shift there. Jordan gets another one. 43-40. Will the clock beat both of them? So, here come the Wildcats. Must score here.
Well, the Wildcats are up this quarter 7-4, so they've definitely got the momentum.
There's bodies hitting the deck. That was Baird goes down. Oh, brilliant there. Bingham and Gregory, rotation in the circle was nearly perfect. And there they go again.
They definitely have a great combination, those two.
They're doing a good job. You'll see Bingham probably just pop out somewhere here. There
Yes,
she
there
is.
she is.
And the ball goes to Gregory. What a feed from Baird. There's that combination you were talking about.
Absolutely.
So Gregory bringing them home. The Wildcats get another one. That's her fifth of the quarter.
And it was interesting when Bingham popped out, both defenders went over to Bingham and then left Gregory all by herself.
Well, there's nothing to see here. So Jordan, this is a massive shot. Steps in, shoots, and scores.
Lands it.
Boom shagalugga. It's a margin of 3. I think it's 44-41.
Yes,
it is.
It is.
And that was huge by Mackenzie Jordan.
With just under half to go, you would think that the Wildcats will continue to step up with the intensity.
Wildcats, speaking of intensity, they just seem like they lost it right there, and they've turned it over.
Home alone.
Macaulay Koken under the ring, and that could be a momentum killer for the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
So the crowd is going nuts. We can hear through our effects mic. A sold-out Talabudgera crowd. They've been waiting for a home game, and they get one, and they have answered with their feet, or as we like to say, your backside courtside.
So they hear the Sharks again. They just, get a bit of another run on.
Fennell been a bit quiet this quarter, but gets that one.
She absolutely loves those shots.
Indeed. So 3 straight to the Bull Sharks. The Wildcats must answer here. That little momentum shift late in that fourth quarter.
If they've tightened up with their passing.
Both shooters out of the circle now, not ideal.
You can just tell that the pressure's starting to fall onto the Wildcats, and the players are just making those little errors, which are now making the Bull Sharks capitalise on them.
So Bull Sharks, of course, going for 2 in a row after the win last week. Gregory steps in, hell ball.
Oh, no, it's a step.
Either way, Irvin did well, forced the turnover.
Donnelly, nice tip.
Some magic from Irvin. See what I did there?
Oh, that was classic. That was classic.
That's Logie Logie award-winning TV there, right there.
That's nearly a Wakely award, nearly.
Oh, stop it. I'll get an academy before I get one in.
And there's Ridley was able to tip that ball to her advantage.
So Fennell with it. If they score here, you almost could say it's done. And working hard, Ridley fires it across, finds Burns.
The Wildcats are now just giving the Sharks too much room again.
Mackenzie Jordan been rock solid in this last part of this quarter. She's been the go-to girl for the Bull Sharks.
It's 8 apiece in this quarter, so
8 apiece.
Sharks have come back in the last few minutes.
Mackenzie Jordan 6 from 6 at present. So she has stepped up big when the pressure's been on. Wants it now, gets it. The go-to girl will turn and shoot and score. Kim Colquitt, is it a little bit too much for the Wildcats now at 48-41?
No,
No.
they can regather. All they need to do is settle down.
You are the optimist. 4:39 to play. They've got to get this one and get it quickly. Gregory misses, and it falls to Gilbert. Ridley with magic fires long.
This, however, now could be a challenge.
Oh, they get it back through Donald. No, they don't. I think that was Baird. No, Bingham. She's been called. Not happy. Can't believe it. No, it is her call. A bit of confusion for us and them. And it's back with the Wildcats. Well, they're a chance just.
All they need to do is just look for the options and it would not be thrown to the opposition.
Fresh legs, Emily Gilbert just pickpocketed that one. 48-41, margin 7. We got 3:54 to play. Are you going to call it now, Kim Corcoran?
I won't call it, although I again remind you that I did tip the Sharks at the start of the match.
Yeah, you're 2 from 2 on your tips.
And a beautiful goal from Fennell.
Fennell puts a little cherry on the top. So she was quiet there for a little bit, but she's come good now. And so has that young lady. And this is a real breakout game as far as I'm concerned for Mackenzie Jordan.
Really causing havoc for the defenders for the Wildcats. And what another beautiful long bomb.
The margin back to 9. That is probably enough now for the Bull Sharks to take victory in this one. Gregory can't find anyone, so she'll just go back to bed. I think that came off Bingham last. It did. Bingham looks like she's going to the bench. No, there she's coming back. Welcome back.
She's just visiting.
Just saying get out of the
She's all Powerade. She's all Powerade. She wanted a drink.
It's a delightful drink, and as is Mount Franklin. Back with Fennell now. This for the absolute cherry on top. This is for the actual little umbrella. And there it is. That's for the umbrella on top of the cherry.
It's definitely, the Sharks have definitely pulled away in these last few minutes.
Fennell is in the middle of 5 straight. 6 out of 7 for the quarter. This young lady has been impressive as well. And she shoots, and we've got a freeze frame, and scores. We hope it was Mackenzie Jordan. So we just had a little techno glitch there.
They're close to the ocean, so the sand must have been just in the...
Maybe a seagull.
Yeah, seagull.
To the droppings on our satellite. So
here we go, Fennell again. This is another mid-range.
This is what they did in the second quarter. Closed out the half with a late run. This is now a margin of 12. Kim, what am I watching?
Not what we would have expected.
So they have blown this away. Remembering the Wildcats were winning the quarter by 3, you said, at one stage.
Now the Sharks are winning the quarter by 6.
So it's a 9-goal swing, probably in the last about 7 minutes. So it's all Bull Sharks. And Emily Gilbert, the fresh legs, just picks that off. And there she is again. That's a highlight. Back to her again. She wants to go long. Pulls the pass. Well done. Ridley can't pull that one in. Still with the Bull Sharks, I think. No. Again, Jordan thought it came off the Wildcat player last. It didn't. It was off a Bull Shark. Probably can learn from that just to grab the ball.
With 2 hands as well.
2 hands will help.
I think the fresh legs for the Sharks have really helped them with Gilbert.
Well, they've rotated the bench beautifully, whereas the Wildcats have not. I know they had some Ruby players making their debut, but they didn't get out there. So, you can't play that on the ground, can you? No, they can apparently. Play on with the Wildcats. They find Gregory eventually. Needs to score quickly and does.
Well done.
So, the ball now with the Wildcats. 53-42, margin of 11.
Wildcats can still
win the quarter. Well, the margin was 6 at a 3-quarter time, so...
Won't necessarily win the quarter, but they can definitely pick back the lead.
Boost the percentage a little bit, or limit the damage would be a better way of saying it. Gilbert, pressure again. Oh, she thought she had it. She does. It's a throw-in to the... No, it's not. It's a throw-in to the Wildcats.
So Dunley's nice bounce pass into Bingham.
So...
Unfortunately, the pressure of the day, and that was another miss.
Irvin showing the magic there, but Gregory gets it eventually. We're counting down the clock. Baird slows it down. It's 53-43. It's a margin of 10. So an impressive last part. Oh, we've got a late penalty pass, a shot, and
what a goal. What a way to end the match.
That's the glitter on top of the umbrella on top of the cherry for Jordan. So a great way to finish. That'll make the margin actually 11. and they won the quarter, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. I think they won the quarter 15-10.
So it was all Wildcats early. They came out at the third quarter timeout, three-quarter break with an absolute rush, but then the Bull Sharks just got into their groove. I hate to say it, but bringing Gilbert on, just those fresh legs. She got 3 intercepts in, 4 minutes, and that seemed to be enough to do it. Gave a break for Irving as well. So, Kim, what a great game. Let's start with who you thought were the best for the Wildcats.
Well, for the Wildcats, I actually give it to Bingham. She actually was consistent, and she did have a quiet quarter, but she definitely was more dominant.
Indeed, she did. She was impressive pretty much for the whole match. And when Gregory was a little quiet in the third quarter, that was Bingham's best. She really stepped up well. So, unfortunately for the Wildcats, it just wasn't enough. Let's talk about the victory-winning Bull Sharks. They're all smiles there. It looks like Irvin there with that magical smile. She's pretty happy. Who's your best for them?
Well, if I could have a tie, I would.
Who would you tie be between?
I would tie between Jordan and Fennell. They were both dominated. So, 54 goals, for the team, definitely a highlight.
Well, you say 60 is usually a winning score, so 54 is not far off that, So.
No. And as I said, when they came off and particularly into the second half, and they were all very relaxed, smiling, and you could just tell that they were definitely the team to beat. They were very, very confident that this was going to be their game.
Well, I want to make a special mention of Linda Peterson, the coach. She's come into this team, after 3 rounds, and she's been called up because of the other coach had to leave, unfortunately, and has done a great job with them. They're now 2 wins from the last 3 games, so they're looking pretty slick, and so they must be pretty happy with their lot in the world.
Absolutely.
So don't forget, we're back at 5 minutes to 7. We've got a big one. It's the USQ Jets taking on the magnificent team from QUT. I am so looking forward to that one. QUT Netball, the new franchise, but geez, they're stacked with talent, and that's the players you can see walking on the court there. So that will be a great match. That's on air 5 minutes to 7. I want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, as we always do: HART Sports, Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin, Powerade, Bondi Vite, and Strap-It. And of course, our broadcaster is Gina and the team at Double Take Sport, the best in the business. That pretty much wraps up this game. It was the Bull Sharks in the end. They just had a little bit too much experience in the end, and they won 54-43, pulled away with it. The last part of the second quarter and the last part of the fourth quarter belonged to them, and that's where they got the job done. Kim, thanks for joining us.
No, thank you.
You'll be back at 7?
I will be.
We look forward to seeing you then. Make sure you join us at 5 minutes to 7 for the next big match in round 5 of the HART Sapphire Series for 2021. Bye for now, and as always, people, be brilliant.